America shuts down, the hidden cost of a broken government. America has shut down, not in spirit, but in system. For the 22nd day, the world's largest economy is stuck in political paralysis. Over 800,000 federal employees are either furloughed or working without pay. Airports, national parks, and key government agencies are grinding to a halt. But this isn't just another Washington standoff. This is a slow-motion economic disaster, one that exposes how fragile America's foundation really is. Today, we uncover how the 2025 shutdown is rippling through every state, crippling critical agencies, and shaking the stock market to its core. Chapter 1: The Stalemate in Washington. It began like a familiar script. Congress failed to agree on a federal budget for fiscal year 2026. The Republican-controlled House demanded spending cuts and a clean funding bill. Democrats refused, insisting healthcare and subsidy reforms be part of the package. Now, the U.S. Senate has voted and failed 11 times to reopen the government. And while lawmakers argue on television, ordinary Americans are paying the price. President Trump has stated, "We will not be extorted." But the longer this shutdown continues, the higher the price of political pride becomes. Every week, the shutdown costs the U.S. economy billions of dollars, lost wages, stalled contracts, delayed projects, and growing uncertainty on Wall Street. Chapter 2: The Human Cost. Imagine showing up to work every day knowing you won't get paid. That's the reality for 60,000 air safety workers, TSA agents, FAA inspectors, air traffic controllers. Many are now maxing out credit cards or selling belongings just to survive. One FAA employee in Atlanta told Reuters, "I'm literally working for free, keeping planes in the air, while Congress plays politics. At national parks, trash piles up. At federal food assistance offices, families are being turned away." And for some, the shutdown isn't an inconvenience, it's a threat to survival. Chapter 3: State-by-State Breakdown. The shutdown's impact isn't equal. Some states are bleeding faster than others. Virginia and Maryland, home to tens of thousands of federal workers around Washington, D.C., these states are seeing lost income and business closures ripple through local economies. California, the nation's largest economy, is feeling the strain in tech contracts and environmental programs now frozen midstream. Texas and Florida, federal disaster relief programs and Coast Guard operations are delayed, affecting hurricane recovery and port inspections. New York and Illinois, federal housing and education grants are stalled, putting pressure on state budgets already stretched thin. Nevada and Arizona, tourism collapses around national parks like Grand Canyon and Yosemite, hotels empty, local businesses losing thousands daily. Alaska, vital fisheries management programs have been suspended, jeopardizing seasonal workers. Hawaii, air traffic control slowdowns are disrupting tourism, a key pillar of the island economy. Every state is feeling it, some in silence, some in chaos. And as days turn into weeks, the damage grows irreversible. Chapter 4: Critical Agencies Crippled. Behind closed doors, America's most vital institutions are in crisis mode. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, research grants frozen. Clinical trials paused. Cancer and Alzheimer's studies delayed indefinitely. The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, new drug approvals halted. Food safety inspections suspended. Import checks slowed to a crawl. The Internal Revenue Service, IRS, refund processing and audits delayed. Taxpayer assistance hotlines dark. Homeland Security and Immigration, DHS/USCIS, visa applications like H-1B, H-2A, and H-2B are backlogged. Immigration courts are shuttered. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, over 90% of employees furloughed. Toxic cleanup projects and environmental oversight paused. The Department of Agriculture, USDA, farmers lose access to critical subsidies and disaster relief. Food inspections and crop insurance programs stall. What happens when a nation's heartbeat, its public infrastructure, simply stops? Chapter 5: Wall Street's Growing Fear. Investors don't like uncertainty, and right now, the US government is the biggest risk on the board. The Dow Jones, S&P 500, and Nasdaq all wavered as traders fled to safety. Gold prices are climbing. Bond yields are fluctuating as investors question America's ability to govern itself. Corporate earnings calls now include a new phrase: government shutdown impact. From Boeing to Apple, major corporations are warning of delays in defense contracts, regulatory approvals, and export licenses. If the shutdown continues past 30 days, analysts predict a half-point GDP hit per quarter, enough to trigger a market correction or recession fears. Meanwhile, the US dollar, once the global symbol of stability, is facing pressure as BRICS nations promote gold-backed trade systems and alternatives to the dollar. Chapter 6: The Bigger Picture. The 2025 government shutdown isn't just about budget politics. It's a symptom of something deeper, a systemic decay of trust in America's institutions. The public is losing faith in Congress. Federal employees are losing faith in leadership. And foreign investors are losing faith in the US as a reliable partner. This paralysis shows that even the mightiest empire can grind to a halt not from invasion, but from internal collapse. As the Senate prepares for yet another vote this week, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will the United States reopen for business, or will it slide further toward dysfunction? Conclusion: every day the shutdown continues, America drifts further from the idea it once stood for: stability, resilience, unity. What we're witnessing isn't just a government shutdown. It's a mirror held up to a divided nation. For the workers unpaid, the families waiting, and the investors watching, this is more than politics. It's the price of a broken system. Stay aware. Stay awake. This is Felix. See you next time.